Hello. Hello, hello. What is up? What the heck? Yo, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? I'm hoping that all of my audio sounds good. Hello. We have just got started here. So today, I think I'm going to be redoing sprites for a mini boss. It's been a minute since I've streamed, and I'm feeling like what I gotta do today is some mini boss stuff. Nice try, Mafia Fan 1. GG's. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. How's it going? How's it going? But this is part of the ongoing rework grind, moving all of my assets over into a new art style. So over here on the right-hand side of the screen, I don't know if shorts people can see that. There we go. This is what the old stuff looks like. Over here, just mine is the outline. Let me slap that on there. Old sprites look something like this. The new ones, I'll actually get a comparison of some characters here. Let's go with so here's Yui, one of the protagonists, and then here's what she looks like now, for some context here on how this is going on. So ongoing sprite rework grind is going through. I'm going through every single asset in the game and moving them over into this new style inspired by Mario Luigi Partners in Time. And next up is a mini boss, the Glutank. And he's due a rework. So that's what I'm aiming to do today. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. And I need to open up some bases here. Let's see. Some color bases. Where's okay, yeah, he just uses this one. Hey, thanks Lego Block, appreciate it. This is a long time of work has gone into a bunch of this. Technically I started development like somewhere in the ballpark of like 4 years ago technically, but I mean, it's gonna get done eventually. Also, yo, what up, Cynthia Skype? Good morning. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just slap in a nice magenta background here. TBH. I think that's like the way to go so I can see everything. Oh, the multiple tabs for Sprite. All you gotta do is take one of the tabs like this and drag it over, and when like you see the screen move like this, it'll open up a new tab. What do I mean by game? So these are sprites for an indie game I'm developing called Angels and Demons. It's a platformer, RPG, rhythm game hybrid. If you check the description, there's actually a demo available, or you can check out some of my bigger YouTube videos. I've done a few on the game. The most recent one was posted about a week or two ago, and it's I was speedrunning the demo for the anniversary, so if that's something you would be interested in, I suggest checking it out. But yeah, all this is for a game. So do background for that. I think we'll probably start with a leg for Mr. Glutank here. Yo, what's up, Science Yoshi? Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going? I'm gonna get like, I got a color pick from these guys here. I'll try and keep them all uniform color. Kind of, sort of. It's disgusting. I'm hoping my microphone and stuff actually sounds good today, because for some reason, anytime I have like power issues, it freaks out my microphone a little bit. Like sometimes it adds like a hiss to the background. I don't think that's happening, but like if audio does sound weird, let me know so I could like try and fix it. But do you mean like Mario? Yes. So the game has like let's see. So you'll have basically overworld stuff like 2D Mario, like Super Mario World, New Super Mario Bros, stuff like that. That's like how you would traverse the world, but then when you run into an enemy like this guy, you'll go into a turn-based battle like the Mario and Luigi RPGs or Paper Mario, right? And that's kind of the main gimmick of the game. And then also, you know, rhythm games on that too, so there's a lot of music stuff involved as well. Some things are synced up with the music, other things are like you might have to play a rhythm game to do an attack, to defend an attack, to unlock a certain thing, like a key item or something. Stuff like that. There might be a hiss, but it's barely noticeable. I think that might just be normal use stuff, like just where I have gain on it, hopefully. I think if it was an issue, you'd probably know, because it would be like a high-pitched ring. Since the last stream I watched, I've just been coming up with more names for the pinnacle distractors. That's based. This probably needs to be foot more than leg. The Pineapple Defenders. Some of the music that is playing on stream too, that is actually from the game as well. Like this track that's playing right now is one of my own tracks. There's a lot of those in the stream playlist. Okay, this leg does not look big enough for Glutank. We gotta upsize this a bit. Have a reference. How did I? Oh, he's just huge. I'll give him some like ankle going on here. I've been wanting to get back into streaming, but I've just not been able to recently because of household related reasons. Have like family people home, so they're noisy, and that's not exactly helpful when I would like to live stream. But mostly because of spring break recently. My younger siblings were on spring break, so they were home. But they are not in spring break anymore, which means I'm good to do things again. Hopefully, at least. Whoa. There we go. War Torn sounds like a song for a Mario airship level. That's actually based. Oh, he's gonna end up being huge with this sizing going on. What the heck? Like really huge, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, I guess I need to open Glutling for the shorts color. Chunky Glutank, so true. Yes, yes. I refer to the new style as like the Partners in Tom style. So it is. There's a few of these that are like, oh, Glutling, Partners in Tom, Glutlery, Partners in Tom. It's literally accurate. Spot on observation. I need to continue my Partners in Tom playthrough. I kind of thought about doing that today, but I was like, no. I need to actually work on the game. But especially after yesterday, I went and me and one of my buddies went and played tennis for a little bit, and like, now I'm not going to say like I got a Discord ping, all right, for another person going live, someone who I consider, or more, I guess it's a group of people is more accurate, that I consider to be my game dev rivals, all right. And I'm not gonna say like what the game is or who it is or anything, not because they're my self-proclaimed rivals, but because like only I know that they're my rivals, pretty much, right? They don't know that I consider them rivals, and I aim to keep it that way. But like, I'm playing tennis, and then I see this notification come to my phone, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like wasting time when I could be grinding. I could be grinding out game dev, and I'm out here playing tennis. Which, now, don't get me wrong, I did have fun playing tennis. You know, like, I'm not gonna pass up a tennis opportunity, you know? Like, that's just fun. That's, like, GOAT status, but I was just like, ah! Because, like, I'm out here playing tennis, and there's a man in a cave who's training for the day he has to fight you, basically. Alright, how much belly are we gonna give this dude now? So I'm thinking we come down to about here with the belly. Thinking that's kind of belly. He's got to be like huge because he's the tank. I'm thinking like King Hippo levels, you know? Like, let me see here. Let's get a King Hippo reference. King Hippo Punch Out. This is a massive image. Spriter's resource, save me. Hold on. We're pulling up an image. NES. P. Punch Out? Punch Out. What the heck is Fred's Cool Punch Out 2? ROM hack? What the freak? Where's regular Punch Out? Oh, here we go. King Hippo. It's peak, that's what it is, true. Alright, let me throw this in here. Alright, so we got King Hippo. See, he's gonna, like, King Hippo has this reverse pear figure, in a way. I guess that's called Muffin Top? Yo, what's up, Comic Cat? Look at this guy being productive and stuff. I know, right? I could be wasting time right now, you know? I really could. But no, I'm actually being productive. Evil website where all it has is Fred's Cool Punch Out Blast 2 and no normal Punch Out. That'd be awesome. I was just talking about playing tennis, is the funny thing. I genuinely was just talking about that. Genuinely. Get that green out of here. And then I'm gonna like... We're analyzing King Hippo. And I think I have it downloaded, what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna bring the belly up a little bit. And we might actually... I might have to redo the shorts a little bit, but like, just down to here. Sore from tennis, so real, honestly. Kind of same, but like, not like debilitating soreness or anything. It's enough that I feel a little bit sore. disappears, shadow. And it do not matter how far up it goes because there's going to be a belay. Couldn't hardly work. Oh, that's rough, brother. That is rough. Let's see. I actually think I'll copy this and like move it down. And then just make this Orpal. And bring it up. I'm going to make like the seam. We're going to make this broader a little bit. Not that bright. There we go. About like that, yeah. And then just elastic band it here. And that's on the belay layer. Boom. Yeah. Gluttank is incredibly misshapen in his old sprites. Like, I feel like I was doing this on stream, like, way back when I was, like, working on Demo 3, I think. Because I remember, or maybe it was Demo 2, maybe I wasn't doing it on stream, I don't remember. But when I was redoing Glutank's sprites into this style on the right, like the previous style, I had, like, when I was animating his walk cycle originally, I gave him, like, an extra joint in his legs. Like, his knee should have been right here, right? But it was, like, down here. So, like, he had 2 knees. It was absurd. I was like, oh, wow, I'll just let that get past, huh? Like most things. I think I want the Gluttank to be like real imposing, I guess. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about the legs right now, honestly. It's like he's standing up straight and he's gonna be like super tall. He is a monster after all. True. Gluttonous for more joints. Also true. Like, it kind of looks like with this stance that I've got, I'll probably end up having to redo the legs here. Because, like, I'm not really a fan right now. Let's get those out of here. We're gonna spread out his stance a little bit. And then this probably needs to come this way. Yeah. I wanted to save the triple jointed, like, weird looking enemies for World 3 though. Honestly. Like, which sounds like uber specific, but I have some cool ideas for some World 3 enemies, specifically the secret boss enemies. Remove his legs entirely. You know what? I'll humor this a little bit. This would be an insane design. Wait a minute. Y'all ever play Battle Cats? You know, like the you know, the wall cat, I think it's called. That's what I'm thinking of here. This would be fire. This would be insane. Oh, we gotta move it back. Welcome back, Lego Block. How's it going? I don't know. Like, I kind of want Gluttank to be a little more humanoid, I guess. I'm not really sure. Like, cause like with the new sprites, I've been trying to make them more unique, right? I don't want it to boil down to like the demons or just these like humanoid creatures. Like, just all of them are trying to be imitations, kind of, right? I don't really want to do that. So I want them to lean into more like silly things. Like, so one thing that I want to do for new Gluttank is make him actually unhinge his jaw again. Like, in really early versions of the game, his jaw came like all the way down here when he opened his mouth. But now it only comes down to about here. Oh, whoops, I didn't want to cut that, but... Angels and Demons, Battle Cats, crossover, win. I mean, I'd probably have to learn Japanese first. I'm pretty sure... What is it? Ponos is the company, I think? I think they're Japanese. I might be wrong on that. Battle Cats seems like a very Japanese game. They are, yeah. So, I mean, I'd probably have to... At least, or at the very least, like, hire someone to do, like, communications for that. And that is outside of my price range right now, so... What's the enemy's name again? This is the Glutank. Big old gluttony demon mini boss guy. Tragic, no Yui, uber rare. I mean, I played Battle Cats for a while. I actually... I had a, like, offline modded version of the game on an old jailbroken iPhone. So... like, just to, like, goof around with. That was pretty fun. But I just remember getting, I can't remember the name, but it was, like, the performer cat. I can't think of her name at all, but she comes out on, like, a stage and, like, holds a microphone. I immediately, like, that cat feels very Yui-coded in a way. But I haven't played Battle Cats much, like, at all recently. One of my siblings plays Battle Cats, but that's about it. I realized I don't care for gacha games that much. So I'll probably just do away with the leg layers there. Just keep it to the foot layers. It was Neko something. I can't place what... Yeah, Moneko, that sounds right. That does sound right. I couldn't place it. It's been a long time. I remember getting that cat and thinking, oh wow, it's Peak. That and the... Is it the Neko Luga, I think, that are like the cryptid looking ones? Those are awesome too. I rock with those. Yeah, you'll never guess what the name of the game is. It's called Angels and Demons. So, I'd be remiss if there were no demons in Angels and Demons. Yeah, those are the really big guys. There was like one that was like, it was like really tall and lanky. Like unless you zoomed out the screen, like he just was always off the top of the screen. And his attack, he would just like crouch down and like smack something. After a while, it was kind of awesome. Quite literally Peak. Okay, give me the belly. I'm gonna put the belly button on a separate layer so that way I have more free reign on moving it around. Alright, folks. Should the Glutank be an innie or an outie belly button? I'm thinking this looks more like an outie belly button. Yeah. Very true. Is this the right color? That's not the right color. I wasn't even using the right color of pink. Yeah, it feels very canon. Could add that. I could add that into his bestiary entry. I think that would be incredibly funny. I just put that on the wrong layer. Awesome. And I almost did it again. I almost swapped to the wrong layer. Put these extra shade points in. That's what I'm missing here. Yippee! And then foot 1. So a little bit of a progress update on like where everything else is. I think as far as like NPCs and stuff go, the only characters I have left to re-sprite for World 1 are, I have like 1 or 2 animations for Big Top, just like in the last cutscene of World 1, like where he shows up. I have obviously Glutank, Pepperoni, Obese, Glutarist, and then a new enemy that you guys have not seen yet. Or maybe you have seen, but like not seen enough of it to really know like what it's all about. But why is he fat? He is a demon of gluttony. So he's gonna be humongous. Humongous. He's always been pretty big, but I'm trying to like... I mean, okay, but just why? Well, he's kind of like the kingpin of gluttony demons, I guess. So, obviously, he would consume the most out of all of them. Like, here's another one right here. You know, this is like a lowly gluttony demon. And he's skin and maybe bones, but probably not. He's just like that. Then you got this guy, the Glutlit. And they're all kind of like puns, like Cutlet, Cutling. I guess that would be kind of a pun, but also Glutling just sounds cool. Glutank. There's the Glut Slinger. Let me open him up because he's my goat. Where's the new one? Yeah, the Glut Slinger. He just looks like a hillbilly, but he's also a little bit bigger because he's higher in the hierarchy. I quite literally have them structured because they're gluttony, and typically with gluttony, it's like, the textbook, like, you think of gluttony, it's like, oh, you eat too much food. Like, too much food is, like, what most people would associate gluttony with, right? Which, I mean, is technically true, but at the same time, like, it's a little more deep than that, but if you wanted to get the point across that, hey, it's gluttony, then, big, like, food-centered creatures is kind of like the free way of going about it, methinks. So, that's why. They're very food-oriented, and for them to move up in the chain, they gotta eat. So, late by 30 minutes. Aw, that's rough. Unfortunate. But you did make it, so... Yo, what up, Vexility? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Now we're on to an arm. Better late than never is true. Oh, actually, wait. I'll need to do the shading on his belly first. It's gonna be the most, but... Didn't see the notification. Oof. That's probably... I set the streams up, like, slightly differently today. So, hopefully that's not the reason. Oh, this is on the belly button layer. What the freak? Don't need to make him that big. Well, he's supposed to be like a mini boss. So, I mean, like, here's what he looked like before, right? I'm trying to kind of make it like cartoony exaggeration in a way, I guess. I mean, he's able to contort his body in, like, incredibly weird ways anyways, so... Tabbed out for a second, I was like, which Angels and Demons song is this? Dude, that's awesome. Pizza Tower was, like, huge on music inspiration for me. Which will become apparent if you, listen to the multiplayer theme, Run in Circles. That song was very heavily inspired by Death I Deserve Yoli. Does he belly flop? He could belly flop. I would have to animate that. But right now, I am just trying to get his, like, base frame done. Right? The main thing I'm going with here is like I'm trying to kind of make him like you ever see those like really huge bodybuilders like is his name Eddie Hall? I think. Like they're built like this, right? Like people are built like this, and like this is not muscle, or this is not fat, this is muscle, right? That's kind of what I'm a little bit going for with Glutank. Like I want him to look like he's really strong and muscly, but also like huge as well, right? Pizza Tower music, yeah. I have like my stream playlist goes through a few different games. It goes through, of course, Angels and Demons, because I've got like 54 songs in the OST. It goes through, I've got some Pizza Tower sounds in there, Super Paper Mario, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. We've got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon right now. Mario Strikers. There's a bunch of different games in my stream playlist. But yeah. I think I want to like, so I'm trying to like, I have to like angle his bicep here in a way, because I want him to kind of like, I want him to kind of have like this King Hippo stance a little bit, like where he's got his like fist together. Though I could just have him like slack to the side like this for his idle animation, and then his beat drop animation he could have his like fist together, because I was incredibly lazy with Glutank for some reason, because his idle animation and his beat drop animation are barely different at all. It's literally like just he dips a little bit lower is all in current day Angels and Demons. So that has to change. Genuinely has to change. Let's go about like this, I think. I'm gonna go through and fix up some of these jaggy pixels here. He sank, it's true. Huh. Let me just oscillate the arm here. Let's see. I need these colors. Oh my gosh, it's peak playing. He sank from the weight. There we go. I think that's all of them. Yeah, I kind of don't like how his wrist curves in like that, though. Can you bring that out a little bit more? Oh, and there's a Jackie, of course. There we go. Now for shading. So one thing I've been working on that I eventually want to do on stream, I want to get some of my buddies together eventually for this and do a like Angels and Demons bingo race, like bingo, lockout, blackout type thing. I actually, like, I had the idea, so it's like in my video / stream ideas. I came up with a list of like 80 something different goals that could be like done on a potential bingo, and like, or even like not even specifically just bingo, but like blackout, lockout stuff too. And that's kind of awesome because I didn't expect to be able to come up with that much stuff, but like the more I like just sat there and thought about it, I was like, oh wait, I could do, like, that would be a fun goal. That would be something that's cool to do. And now I have like 80 something entries to the list. So eventually I'm going to, I think, do that as like a stream, and that'll be a video. I think. I don't know exactly when that'll be, because I kind of want to like I want to flesh the list out a bit more, so like there's less of a chance to get like insane post-game only stuff in it, because that was an issue at one point with it, like as I was testing it out. It's like, what would a theoretical board look like? And I'd have like 5 goals that would show up. It's like, you basically have to perform it in boss rush, which kind of sucks. But the goals on this range in difficulty from being as simple as make Yui assume human form, which, you know, if you played the game, you know that's pretty easy. You just have to go into a town somewhere, just be the first one to do that. And it'll be as easy as that, but as difficult as no-hit Imp Yui. Oh dang, he's really looking tanky now. I might have to like increase the sprite size here, but I really want him to feel like super imposing. Let's see. Oh, I need to do it this way. Alrighty, thanks for hopping in, Lego Block. Hope you enjoyed. Beat the tutorial using prayers only. Can we hear your current favorite goal you've made? What do you mean by goal? Oh wait, you mean on the bingo. You mean on the bingo. Let me open it up and look. Let's see. My favorite one, let's see here. Yeah, let me look here. I think it's kind of okay, actually no. My favorite one is probably get the trolling NPC dialogue in Big Top's Diner. So there's the one NPC that there's a 1 in 10 chance to like there's a 1 in 10 chance that instead of him saying I just like to come here and cause trouble, he'll say I just like to do a little trolling, right? That one, and there's another one with one of the like little kids in the kingdom. Main character will actually call the kid cringe, but it's a 1 in 100 chance this time. So get a combo of 500 with Clone Conundrum. Close. That is almost a goal on there, but instead it's deal 750 damage in 1 Clone Conundrum. Another really fun one is 1 cycle Kaguya. You just have to beat Kaguya in 1 attack. So, bye, Lego Block. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, him calling the kid cringe is canon. It really is canon. If you go into World 2 and you go to, it's the kid with the sword, I think, on the Westal side that this happens with. I might be wrong on that. I don't entirely remember. I'll have to double check, but I'll probably make an addendum to the thing. Skip the first 5 turns with every character and beat Imp Yui. That's an interesting one, actually. I kind of like that one. There's 3 different beat Imp Yui goals. There's just standard defeat Imp Yui, there is no hit Imp Yui, and there is beat Imp Yui with only the default gear. So if you got all 3 of those on one board, like, if you got all 3 of those on one board, you could technically like knock them out in one go. Which is kind of like insane. Oh, he's looking like huge here. Let's see. Would never be able to get 750 on Clone Conundrum. Well, the thing is that could be on any enemy. So you could do it on Kaguya, who has the lowest defense out of all the boss rush enemies, right? And that would probably make it easier. Especially if you did an all attack build as well. Like, that would also probably help for it. But I think the reason that I'm good at it is because I've had to test it so much. It got nerfed. It got nerfed like once after launch because it just got too fast for most people. And I want to say OMG skill issue, but like I mean it was just a scenario where I made it like difficult for me, not for the average person, right? Which I've been playing the game for 4 years now, technically. Like, of course, I'm gonna find a lot of the stuff easy, right? Like, that's just kind of how it is. Unfortunately. But I do think that like I could lower it or raise it. Like there's 3 damage based ones like that. 750 damage with a single combo jump with Kaguya, 750 with a single clone conundrum, and 1000 damage with a single sentry shuffle. So those 3, I think those are the only damage ones. Then there are some that are just like, oh, use this attack, like use Angelic Spike, use Scarf Scramble, use Clone Conundrum, of course, right? There's a few like that. And I kind of like those because they're pretty simple. Just like use the attack. Like as soon as you use it, you can just click it off the bingo board, right? Like I've been watching I'm in like a Mario Odyssey kick right now, kind of. I've been watching a lot of like Small Ant and like CJ Yaw and all of them. I've been watching their like hide and seek and bingo races and stuff like that. And I was just like, you know, that'd be really fun, right? If I could play Angels and Demons, I don't think I'd beat it because I generally suck at Osu Mania. Well, I mean, that's why I'm thinking like for Demo 5, I'm going to I have 2 possible solutions. Like one of those is to have a separate mode for the rhythm game that's like easier. Like I'm thinking of calling it like strum mode, where instead of having like 4 notes, you only have 1 note, right? And you would just kind of have to like press the key like on the beat or like to the rhythm of the song. Like it would be much easier. And it's more just like a like for people who I guess are just not a big fan of like trying to like learn rhythm game related stuff, I guess. I'm not really sure. Oh, he's like hunched like that, isn't he? Whoa. That you scream and the character in the bottom will go flying. Yeah, that's true. My VTuber with the squishing and everything when I speak, there's a few scenarios. Like actually you can kind of see it in my most recent short I posted where I start laughing because I trolled myself and like he just squishes to like 1/10 of the width and like I poke up over the chat and everything. When you're zoomed in like this, it looks like that one image of Kermit. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like... that? Let's go. Have 10 instances of attack times 2. That... That would be like big gambling with prayers. There are prayer related goals. I will say that. Like the only one that isn't on there that would be crazy is prayer for victory, I think. And that's just because like the only reason prayer for victory is not on there is because you can get put into a scenario where it becomes an unobtainable goal. Right? Prayer for victory is impossible to get in boss rush, right? So if you beat the game and that's your last goal, then you're effectively locked out of doing it. So that's the only reason it's not on there. What about pepper stacking? That is true. That is doable. Except, you would have to actually get those peppers in the game before beating it, because once you beat the game, there's no more standard enemy encounters, and boss rush doesn't let you bring your own inventory in. So it would have to be only through prayers, and then that just feels like a little bit troll. Let's see. Played some rhythm games before, so I have experience. I haven't played rhythm games in like 2 years, so I might have lost half of my skill. That's like real invalid, actually. Like I go in and out of like 2 games basically. Like I swap between Tetris phase and Osu phase, and right now I'm kind of in the Osu phase a little bit. So I've been like on a more rhythm gamey kick recently, but yo, what's up, Jawbreaker? How's it going? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. It's been a while. You can buy the peppers from the vending machine in the lab in post game. I know that for sure. Yeah, I thought I recognized your profile picture. What's up? How's it going? X rank cult step on very hard. There is the get the achievement for S ranking the 2 rhythm game songs, right? So Big Dog and Cultist, those are achievements, but it doesn't matter what difficulty you do it on, because that would be a little bit unfair. So like if you were playing with like, say you're good at rhythm games and you're playing with someone else who is also good at rhythm games, you could, like, have a gentleman agreement where you always do expert difficulty on the rhythm games and stuff. That would be fun for content, but unfortunately, I'm, like, the only... I'm the only person in my friend group who's, like, really good at rhythm games. Like, I have 2 friends that are, like, just starting out, basically. So, have an ally KO'd with negative 100 HP or less. That's actually a crazy good one. I will give you that. You know what? That one might go on the list, because that's doable. I could also add, like, game over, like, to the list as well, because that's not on here. Hold on, I'm going to do that. Let's do... Okay, name is... have an ally get KO'd with less than negative 99 HP. That one's kind of a banger. I like that one. Game over in a fight. And that one's on there too. You're good, Vexility. Thanks for hopping in. How's my day? My day is going pretty good, actually. So far, at least. How would you even obtain that? So, there are certain moves that are multi-hit and will continue to hit you even after an enemy has been KO'd. One example of this that I can think of immediately off the top of my head that would still be reproducible after the game has been beaten is the tendril attacks, like the sequence and mash attacks that Bloodwrath uses. Because both of those hit you like 5 times, and they crit basically every character in the cast, right? They deal undead damage to any of the human characters, so that's everyone but Yui and Kaguya. But it does demon damage to Yui, so she'll be weak to that. And I can't remember if it does electric damage too. I don't think it does, but like you would just have to get a character to like a relatively low HP already, and let that move hit them, for example, and then that's just it, I think. Just like that. Because otherwise, you could do it earlier in the game with Psycho Wrath. The sequence attack from him on Yui will do a lot of damage as well. Like, way too much. Will I put secrets in the game? Yes. There's already some. There's quite a few. Like, there's secrets, like secret areas, secret equipable items, of course. There's also secret references to other games that I'm fans of. I'm a fan of, is the actual way to say it properly. And of course, those who know the famous Control-Alt-Delete comic loss.jpg that is in ample supply. Let's see. So there's a reference to a few different anime characters with Kaguya's equipable items. Specifically, I don't know if anyone's pieced this together yet or not, really, but some of Kaguya's equipables are like anime references, of course. I'd like, you know, her creator's a weeb, so it's only natural that there'd be certain things like that. No, like let's see. She has a Death Note themed set, technically, and the suit and like the tie, like the white shirt, the tie, and the actress skirt, that's a reference to Light Yagami and Misa from Death Note. The sailor outfit for Kaguya is a Lucky Star reference, and I'm also a fake fan. I've never watched Lucky Star. I just like see the characters online and I think, oh, those are cool characters. I like them. You know? As one does. You know? Yo, he looks kind of menacing like this. Maybe totally real here. I think I want to like move his head down some though. Kind of like this. I don't know, his head almost looks too big. Yeah, the one from Out of Touch Tuesday, it's Out of Touch Thursdays. It's Out of Touch Thursdays. It's a song by Hall & Oates, and you see they're synced up with the music. I know, but that's the wrong song. That's Moteke Sailor Fuku. You're the one who knows it's Lucky Star. Yeah, the Jonkler. Who you calling Pinhead? He does, yeah, he kind of, I'm gonna be real, Gluttank gives off more Sister Sam vibes than Patrick to me. Dr. Pepper moment. Shoutouts. The Journoid? True. I don't know, I feel like his head's a little bit too big. I think I might have to, unfortunately, I might be able to downsize it just with some clever shifting here. Let's do like this. Let me hide his face. Yeah. You know how, like, Superstar Saga did this thing with enemies where, like, when you got into a fight with them, they'd just be, like, much bigger than they were on the overworld compared to Mario and Luigi, who were still the same size. That's kind of how I feel like this is going with him, but there's no way I'm doing two separate sets of sprites. Like, that would be so much. Heading out now for real, Lego block. See ya, buddy. Thanks for hopping in. Shrink his mouth here, too. Comically large Gluttank. True, in a way. Big chungus, big chungus. Now, I think this is actually the first stream I've done in a little bit, so... I think the last time I streamed was, when was the last time I streamed? Was the last time I streamed the speedrun stream, or was that, was that, shoot. Was that a dev stream after the fact? I don't remember. I think it might have been. Did I do another stream after? I know I did the Partners in Time stream. I know I did that one. But I don't really, like... I don't know. That one was a stream. One of these streams ever. Kill a boss with a counterattack. That's a good one, actually. Wait. Oh, that one could be fun, too. That'd be especially difficult in Demo 4 without the health bars, all things considered. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna have to, like... I'm gonna merge this down, just, like, have his eyes be on his head so I can properly move things around there. His arms are, like, too long. I think that's what's throwing things off here. I think the play is just going to be to do... Oh, not that. Hold on. Something like this. I need to shrink up his arms just a wee bit. It's so weird hearing this version of this track too, after hearing the new remixed version of it so much. Collecting all the coins. I actually don't have coins. That's something that might need to change, but because there's just like no way to get money outside of fights yet. I'm not really sure how I'd structure it though, because I don't want to like... I don't want it to be like too Super Mario, you know, like with there just being coins all around the place necessarily. But like you do get like an ample amount of cash from like fights. Honestly thought that it was intentional. Left 4 Dead tank type beat. I've actually never played Left 4 Dead, so I honestly like couldn't tell you. Honestly. Yo, thanks Optare. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good night or day as well. Could add a selling mechanic at the shops. That's true as well. The only thing is that like most of the pickups you get are like consumables. You'd have to like have a specific like shop that buys stuff, right? I don't really think like, since most of the places you buy things are stores, like your local Dollar General, right? Your local Dollar General. Since it's basically just like random stores, like I could add the option, like, you know, like, oh, like just ask to sell items, and then they like every single place in the game is just like, look, I don't know where you're from, but we do not just, you can't just sell things you can't just sell things like that. No one does that, bro. Yeah, like bartering with the Walmart cashier, like, I just imagine they're just like, look, dude, I do not get paid enough to deal with things like this. And that's so real. Okay, yeah, I think I've shrunk his head enough now here. He's looking much more glut-tanky now. I do want to increase his leg size, because he does have some chicken legs going on now. Kind of like Undertale shops. Yeah, like, because some of those just like, I think there's like 1 or 2 that let you sell things. I think. It's been a while since I played Undertale. Which, I think Undertale's on sale for like $1 on Steam, by the way, if you haven't played. So, you know, I'll do Toby Fox a solid, you know, like, gotta look out for smaller indie game creators, you know. Go check out Undertale. It's this niche indie game. Yeah. So, I do want to include like a little mini game thing somehow into the game, like where you can do infinite special attacks to get a little bit of extra cash. So, maybe killing all the enemies in the game. So, once you get to the end of the game, or effectively once you've killed every enemy in the game, you just kind of get access to every item right now. That's the way it's structured. Mostly just because in the demo, there isn't like a full-on post-game. So that was like the best solution I had, was just like, okay, well, you get access to everything now. Congratulations, have fun. Right. That's basically all I could do for it. But make a goal crash the game. I still can't believe. So I was talking yesterday with my buddy Gabe about the bingo stuff, right? And I was talking about like video ideas I had for YouTube, right? Just one of those is like go through and like do a thing like which single character can beat angels and demons, right? And basically I was like, okay, I know it's doable with main character because the game was designed around him originally. Like I was thinking like the only place where you're gonna get stuck is like the 2 big cliffs in World 2. Turns out I was wrong, because everyone gets stuck in the desert with the slam tutorial because no one else can break those rocks. But Kaguya just especially gets the short end of the stick because she just doesn't have a way to like infinitely climb like the other characters do. But honestly think there should be a way to refight particular enemies. There is a way to refight bosses outside of like the X mode bosses. The boss rush has just a standard refight mode, and it just sets your stats to roughly where you would have been around that time. Like for Gluttank, I think it puts you at like level 7 and with the Western gear equipped or something like that. Same with Pepperoni, it's around the similar level, stuff like that. Just from testing, like kind of like where would you be roughly? Oh, refighting minor enemies. Yeah, I could do that. Wouldn't be too difficult for me to include something like that, I don't think. Also subbed and liked. Hey, thanks, Lego Block. I really appreciate it. Make sure to smash like if you're a YouTube viewer. He's looking very tanky now. I know what's missing. I'm missing his, like, chin furls here. It's like a staple of the gluttony enemies. Like, every single one of them has it. Wow. Done editing. Let's go. New Sonum video soon? What if I gave him nostrils? Like big ol' nostrils. Ooh, I hate that. I do not like how that looks. I can't help but feel like, compared to the other enemies, like, Gluttank is just a little bit lacking. How does bro breathe? He's a certified mouth breather. Like, you know you're sitting in a room with Gluttank and he's like... He would be doing something like that. Methinks. But, I mean, I kind of like how he looks, but I feel like he's missing something, you know? Like... I don't know what it is. I just can't really place it. You know? Like, I know there's not the purple on his, like, wrist brace things. Like... And they kind of look weird now that I'm looking at them. Hold on, wait a second. This needs to, like, come up here. Let's do that. And then I'm trying to like place like where that's at now. When I'm here. Ah, lol 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 lol. Well. About right there, roughly. There we go. I mean, he kind of just looks like if you took a glutlet and like stuck it on top of a big body, which technically is like peak character design if you think about it, because the way I've always thought about the gluttony enemies is that they basically, you ever play those old Flash games, like where you play as like a fish or something, and like you just eat a bunch of like smaller fish and like you grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and like after so many levels, like the fish will evolve or something like that, or kind of like Agario in a way, but like more detailed. I've always thought of the gluttony demons like that, where they just kind of they will evolve, I guess, once they've consumed enough. So it's like a rat race for them, basically. So let's see, like the glutlets, their thing is like they skulk along the ground looking for scraps, right? And then the glutlings get a little, like the glutling would be the next step in that they've managed to eat enough to like actually grow some limbs. But the issue with the glutlings is they like basically they have like an insatiable appetite. They feel like they never put on weight, right? He's just like me for real. Then oh whoops, we opened another window. Hold on. Then the next in line is technically it's glutlery. Glutlery would be the logical next step. Let me open glutlery here. Glutlery. So glutlery would be the next step in the line, where like he looks like a glutling and he's like a bit taller. He's finally like put some clothes on. He's got the stash and everything. Glutlery cares about all things fine dining, right? And you know, he carries around his utensils. That's what he throws at you. But he can't like digest much stuff at all. So then like technically you could argue that the glutling branches off depending on certain things. Like the glut slinger would be like a glutlery that just took fashion to like cowboy aesthetic, right? So this would be like a branching pathway. Like if you basically the Pokemon difference of an Eevee, right? But these both could logically go up to a Glutank, right? Obeast and Pepperoni are separate from this lineage because they're in a different league. And Glutarist is a separate entity entirely because that involves spoilery things to go into detail about it. So, but, you know, not gonna lie, I've been listening to this track a lot recently. The Somnom Woods. I love Dream Team's OST. Like, honestly, it's one of my favorite Mario and Luigi games. Originally, so I used to. Here's a deep cut Journoid lore thing, right? Basically, I used to like draw little comics all the time, like when I was bored, right? I'd make these little comics following the adventures of like me and my friends and everything, right? And it was basically just like a ripoff of Dream Team's story. Like I actually owe a lot to Dream Team for making me want to do game dev as well. Like Partners in Time was the one to kick it off. Like, you know, Partners in Time is what made me even realize that it was a possibility that I could make video games, right? But Dream Team is what really made me want to make games, you know? Cause like Luigi my goat, of course, right? But so I'm gonna have to like do this on this layer, you know, on the head layer. Yeah. Like, I don't know, I just found Dream Team like so freaking fascinating when I was younger. Like, it's weird to think that that game came out like, what, almost 10 years ago? Maybe more than that at this point. When did Dream Team release? Mario and Luigi Dream Team release date. Oh my gosh, it's 12 years old! It came out in 2013? This can't be real. The Gluttank touching a special stone and evolving after hitting level 37. That's very true, if you think about it. He touches a special stone, Rune of Temperance, and evolves, in a way. I wish, Comic Hat, I wish I was making this up. I sincerely wish I was making it up, but no, I'm being so for real when I say Dream Team released July of 2013 in the US. Guys, we're getting older. What's even weirder to think is that, like, in the, like, someone could have got the Nintendo Switch when they started middle school, right? I think. So they could have got the Switch when they started middle school and had that same console through their entire, like, middle school and high school years. Because it's that old now. Switch is, like, what, going on 8 years old? Yeah, it released in 2017, I think. I'm pretty sure, like... So, I mean, we're due a new Switch, for sure. Like, Switch 2, like, we're due. We're due having it. And... by proxy, we're due a 3D Mario, right? My predictions, all right. My predictions for the Switch Direct, because that's like in 2 weeks now, I think, right? I think almost exactly 2 weeks. It's 16 days. 16 days from now, right? My predictions is obviously we're going to get news on Mario Kart 9. Like, they teased that already in the announcement trailer for the Direct and the Switch, like actually revealing the system and everything, right? But I think in this Switch Direct, we're getting a 3D Mario trailer because we're due. We're due. Odyssey came out like October 2017, I think, right? So we're due. We are due a new 3D Mario. I think probably Splatoon 4, right? They might not call it Splatoon 4 because... like, it doesn't seem right to call it Splatoon 4, really. Like, it does and doesn't. Because, like, yeah, it'd be the 4th entry in the series. It would be very clear to parents. Like, oh, new Splatoon game. My child will love this, right? So they could, but, like, I just don't think they're going to call it Splatoon 4. And then, like... my Never Ever Pop Dream, of course, is Partners in Time remake. I doubt they'd show that off in this specific Direct, if they even have it cooking, right? But, you know. I do think Mario Kart 9 stuff is a given. New 3D Mario, Splatoon 4. That's my, like, big predictions for the Direct, right? Those are the big ones. I would say we would probably get, like, info on, like, ports. Oh yeah, Pokemon. New Pokemon, of course. But they might show more stuff off about that. Though they did just do, like, the Pokemon Presents thing recently too, didn't they? Where they showed off a new trailer for it. So that one seems a little less likely. It might be like a small block. Like a small, like, oh hey, did you know this is releasing here? Like, just a, hey, don't forget, like, this is another thing that's cooking up for the system. Probably Prime 4, Metroid Prime 4. Isn't it 4? Isn't that what it is? Because they showed off a trailer, like, a while ago. Like, hey, we're still working on it. There's, of course, that. Did that Bayonetta game ever come out? Didn't they tease a new Bayonetta? I don't know if that ever released. I feel like it did, but, like, I'm not big into Bayonetta anyways, so I don't really know. But those, if Bayonetta has not released yet, then it's slated probably. I think that'd be a big reveal. Prime 4, basically a given. You go back and look at the trailer for that and tell me that it wasn't on early Switch 2 hardware. Like, it kind of looks, like, insane for that to be operating at, I'm pretty sure it was 60 FPS, right? I think it's I think it's a true statement, basically. I'm just gonna flatten him here for the outline. Can I copy? I want to render him out to see how he looks with the outline before I start doing more animations, because like I'm slowly growing on this design a little bit. Like not a ton. Is my foobar playlist actually shuffled? Yeah, I feel like it's just ran through like 5 mystery dungeon tracks in a row for some reason. I haven't been paying much attention to it. But I want to render this sprite out to see how it looks with the outline and everything before I commit to doing like 100 and something frames of animation. Oops, all mystery dungeon. I love that. I did that. I think I made a post like that once. Where it was like, oops, all runes of virtue or something like that. When I was teasing multiplayer stuff for Demo 4. Kind of a banger tweet. One of these days I'll sit down and figure out Lua scripting, and I'll write a script that will do these aliasing pixels for me instead of having to manually do them. Because like, good grief, this feels so time consuming. Especially on bigger characters. Which is something, like, I have to get it out of my mind that, like, oh, it's time-consuming, I need to find a quicker way to do it. Because sometimes I just need to, like, sometimes it's just going to be, like, grunt work like this, right? It's just going to be grunt work sometimes. Right? And I'm kind of rocking with this right now. Let's make a new thing here. Let's drop him. Oh, cool. Awesome. Even. Let's copy him and drop him in here. Let's compare him to main character. And I'm going to save him too before I forget. Because I had not saved this entire time. That's so dangerous. Actually, I have Yui open. We'll throw Yui in here with the frame everyone loves. Dang! He's freaking huge! My goodness! That's insane, actually. I kind of want to throw him in game now. What the heck? He could squish her like a bug. My gosh. It would have been terrible if Ace of Sprite crashed. Dude, I actually rock with this. This makes him look so much more menacing than this. Like, the side-by-side here, like, he does really look threatening. He does. I want you to eat me like a bug. Dude, he could eat her like a bug. Wait a minute. Look at this. Look at this. Very possible. Very possible. This is now a Bowser's Inside Story / Yube's Belly arc for Angels and Demons. At least Ace of Fright keeps backups. That is true. I never use that backup tab. Funnily enough, like, I don't know how well that works either. So, num num num. I literally only know that because of, like, my siblings, and I think because of Sonam. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna, like, export this. Oh, actually, let me do the color adjustment here. I have to make the outline color... Whoa, what the freak? Boom, bam. And bop. There we go. I'm gonna export him. Let me throw him in game real quick. Glutank _ idle. Glutank's Inside Story. Works really well from my experience. I rarely save while mid-drawing. I only remember to save if I have already saved the file before. Like when I'm in Game Maker writing code, I Control S to save like every 15 seconds. I will write one line of code, Control S. Same when I'm editing a video, but that's for different reasons. Primarily that Vegas as a program freaking sucks. It is bad. All right. It is so prone to just crashing, right? That you kind of have to just Control S every opportunity you get. Because if you don't, you risk losing like a lot of progress, right? Yeah, real. Like I'm too bought into all the stuff for it, like the keybinds and everything. So it doesn't really matter to me that much, but you know, like I'm just like I'm a chronic Control S user, basically. All right, let me flip-flop some scenes here. I don't have source record on, do I? No. Okay. Angels and Demons virtual machine. Oh, it should take precedence over this, so that is helpful. Didn't they also like put a bunch of AI stuff into the new version as well? Stuff like features I will never use. Alright, I'm gonna pause the tunes real quick and let me crank up the desktop audio. Oh my gosh, Pet the Horse should be a goal. I don't have that. Wait a minute, adding that to the list right freaking now. Hold on, that one, how did I miss that one? Banger. That one's on the list. All right. Dude, the bingo thing is gonna be so cool when it actually happens, I think. All right, let's oh, is my game audio just that quiet? My goodness. Crank it up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna like level myself up a million bajillion so the Glutank does not attack. But let's take a look here. My goodness, that is so oh my gosh. Dude, he's freaking massive! Hey! Hey! Hold on. He shrunk. Hold on. Let me just do wind, I guess. Can't do a normal battle theme because they have beat drop sections defined. Unfortunately. I keep pressing M. Stop pressing M. There we go. There we go. Don't press any more keys. There we go. Foreboding. My gosh, this is awesome, actually. Genuinely. Ooh. Oh my gosh. He looks so much more like a real boss now. I think. Like I'm bought in. I'm bought in totally to the new sprite. Let's see how he looks with the whole gang. Let's see how he looks with the whole gluttony gang here. Just throw them all in here. Heck yeah. The squad pulls up. So, now, the game is technically playable without encountering, well, unless you count the church. World 1 is playable up until the Glutank fight, and you will not run into any sprites that have not been resprited, I'm pretty sure. Right. I've got all the NPCs for World 1 done. All the cutscene assets. The only thing that I know I'm missing is it's a reused asset, and it's like the clothes rack that appears in like any equipable item store. But that one's not exclusive to World 1. It shows up everywhere else, so it's not like a required thing yet, right? If they have no beat idle, do they just briefly stretch? So when a beat happens in the song, they also have like the squash and stretch. So like it's less noticeable when they actually have an animation, but when they don't have an animation, you know, like this, or if they're frozen or any kind of stunned animation that just is one frame, they'll still be able to like bump to the beat, I guess. Bum to the boom to the bum to the bass, basically. But the game pretty much is playable like throughout all this stuff, right? I've added a few more things into the town. Like I've got the NPCs done, you know, like they're a lot better looking, I think. One thing I did do away with is their portraits, just because like it feels lazy to say it's because it's a lot of work, but it is because it's a lot of work. And like it doesn't really matter, like some of them still have portraits by technicality. Like if you go into this shop, like this guy, like the shopkeepers, they have their sprites, right? But like big story characters do not have portraits anymore, which is, well, this guy's not supposed to have one, so but I could give him one technically. He only has one frame and his is like pretty cooked up already. Can you reach 1,000 max HP? Yes, but it doesn't look good. Not in base gameplay, you can't. With cheats, yes. Smoothie store is another one of those like edge case things where it's like used in multiple things, so it's not done. This room is not sprouted yet, but NPCs here. This is the clothes rack I was talking about. Let's go up here. Let's see. The like old ladies in the chairs are no longer like incredibly tiny anymore. So we've got the old geezer here. He's got a cane now too, which is based. This guy, he leans up against the wall, and he'll block you from coming through here now when you don't have the badge, but we're in a post-game state, so it doesn't matter. And I do need to add the horse. I do need to add the horse back and a human mode trigger here, obviously. Clothing store went really into the realistic look. A lot of the things start looking a lot better with the new style. Like the rest stop just being this old decrepit house that also hasn't been retiled because I just haven't done it yet. I replaced the NPC here with a little sign and another "those who know." L is real 2401 and everyone's favorite gag. Enough about that. If I actually continue out. Oh no, I'm getting away with it. Most of these rooms, like I think all the way up to the canyon is done, save for like some minor like tiling issues like right here. And I need to add the rocks into the dirt. Is another thing. I just haven't done that yet because I didn't have them in the tile set at the time, but now I do. So this looks a little bit more sandy along these lines here, but you know, this room has 2 routes now. Used to there was a sand geyser over here. Now if you want to take the schmoove route, you have to actually schmoove to get up here, which I think is better. And then the canyon, of course. This is like where sprouting stuff ends. So if you actually go down through here, it's back to old Sprite stuff. So, but yeah, basically that's where we're at. I didn't expect Glutank to take as long as he did today. I'll be totally honest, but that is probably all I'm going to get done on this stream. L is real reference is honestly a Giga Chat inclusion. I believed L is real. I was a L is real believer, both 64 and DS. right? Like, I believed the Waluigi hoax. I spent hours trying to find that purple rabbit because I had the freaking actual instruction guide, right? Like the one that came with the game. I remember thinking, there's no way this can be true, right? And I look in the included instruction pamphlet that came with Mario 64 DS, and there's that purple rabbit in the freaking picture. And I was like, it has to be real. This Waluigi image, that's real. I was like, I was in remiss, but but yeah, unfortunately, I think that is all the time I have to stream for today. So, everyone who stuck around watching, thank you very much for doing so. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to, if you're on YouTube, check the description for Discord, demo download, stuff like that. If you're on Twitch, there's little badges. I need to actually get my like stuff, like my little banners down there done. I haven't done that yet, but eventually, when I sit down and make the assets for it. I was in remiss. He had never seen a Waluigi, just generally. But, yep. Wrapping things up. Thank you guys very much for watching. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.